कृपा सत्यनारायण गोविंद माधवा, साई नारायण गोविंद केशवा। 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 हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे। हरे राम हरे राम, हरे राम हरे हरे। हरे राम हरे राम, हरे राम हरे हरे। सत्यनारायण गोविंद माधवा, साई नारायण गोविंद केशवा। सत्यनारायण गोविंद माधवा, साई नारायण गोविंद केशवा। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे।
प्रशांति साई, प्रशांति बाबा, प्रशांति साई, प्रशांति बाबा, शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय, शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय, शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय, शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय, प्रशांति साई, प्रशांति बाबा, शिरडी साई, शिरडी साई कृष्ण कन्हई नम नम साई भजो भज साई नम नम साई भजो भज साई साई नमो नमो 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 साई नाथा साई नमो नमो साई नाथा प्रशांति साई प्रशांति बाबा शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय 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 नमः शिवाय प्रशांति साई प्रशांति बाबा शिरडी साई कृष्ण कन्हई नमो नमो साई भजो भज साई साई नमो नमो 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 साई नाथा साई नमो नमो साई नाथा प्रशांति साई प्रशांति बाबा
परतीश्वरा साई बाबा आवो आवो साई नंदलाला परतीश्वरा साई बाबा आवो आवो साई नंदलाला जय जय साई राम बोलो जय जय साई राम जय जय साई राम बोलो जय जय साई राम जय जय साई राम बोलो जय जय साई राम जय जय साई राम बोलो जय जय साई राम परतीश्वरा साई बाबा आवो आवो साई नंदलाला हरि 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 स्मरण करो हरि 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 स्मरण करो हरि चरण कमल ध्यान करो हरि चरण कमल ध्यान करो हरि 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 स्मरण करो मुरली माधव सेवा करो मुरली माधव सेवा करो मुरदर गिरधारी भजन करो साई मुरदर गिरधारी भजन करो हरि 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 स्मरण करो हरि चरण कमल ध्यान करो हरि 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 स्मरण करो मुरली माधव सेवा करो मुरदर गिरधारी भजन करो हरि 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 स्मरण करो हरि 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 स्मरण करो हरि 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 स्मरण करो हरि चरण कमल ध्यान करो हरि 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 स्मरण करो
जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई मां जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई मां जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई मां जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई मां जय मां जय मां जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई मां जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी 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 साई मां जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई मां जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई मां जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई मां जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई मां जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई मां जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई मां जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई मां
दर्शति कावो मेरे साई नंदलाला दर्शति कावो मेरे साई नंदलाला दया करो मुझे कृष्ण गोपाला दया करो मुझे साई गोपाला दर्शति काओ मेरे साई नंदलाला देवकी नंदन दीन दयाला दिखाओ मेरे साई नंदलाला, दया करो मुझे कृष्ण गोपाला, दर्श दिखाओ मेरे साई नंदलाला, देवकी नंदन दीन दयाला, मथुरा नाथा मदन गोपाला, साई नारायण सदा कृपाला, दया करो मुझे कृष्ण गोपाला, दया करो मुझे साई गोपाला, दर्श दिखाओ मेरे साई नंदलाला. At your feet, dear Lord, we pray. Grace us with your love this day. At your feet, dear Lord, we pray. Grace us with your love this day. getting sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. Oh, what a love between my Sai and I. My Sai and I, my Sai and I. My Lord and I, my Lord and I. My Sai and I, my Sai and I. My Lord and I, my Lord and I. I keep feeling your love in me over and over again.
साई राम घनश्याम भगवान तुम्हारा नाम। साई राम घनश्याम भगवान तुम्हारा नाम। तुम बिन कोई नहीं रखवाले, तुम बिन कोई नहीं रखवाले। तुम बिन कोई नहीं आप संभारे। तुम बिन कोई नहीं आप तुम्हारे। तुम बिन प्रेम कोई नहीं देने वाले। तुम बिन प्रेम कोई नहीं देने वाले। तुम हो मेरे आत्मा राम बाबा। तुम हो मेरे आत्मा राम बाबा। भगवान तुम्हारा नाम। साई राम तुम्हारा नाम। साई राम घनश्याम भगवान तुम्हारा नाम। तुम बिन कोई नहीं रखवाले। तुम बिन कोई नहीं आप तुम्हारे। तुम बिन प्रेम कोई नहीं देने वाले। तुम हो मेरे आत्मा राम बाबा। भगवान तुम्हारा नाम। साई राम तुम्हारा नाम। साई राम घनश्याम भगवान तुम्हारा नाम।
Sarang Swami.
Saram Swami. Our collective loving pranams at your beautiful lotus feet. And a very warm welcome and Lunar New Year greetings to everyone here, to our respected elders, guests, brothers and sisters, and members of the Sai family. Today is very special. Today's the 9th time that Swami has come here to Sai Anandham in his subtle form. And we also have the added blessing that Swami is here during the Lunar New Year celebrations. So really, it is good fortune for us. And Swami, we're really happy that you are here. And on behalf of everybody, we thank you and offer our love and gratitude. There is also another reason why today is very special. The Chinese call today Renru, and actually that is the 7th day of the lunar month of the Chinese calendar. And according to Chinese belief, that's the day that the goddess Noah came down to earth and created human beings. And typically this sort of celebration has various different types of food items. So they would have things like birthday buns, longevity noodles, 7 vegetable soup, quite a few different things. And actually the devotees here, Swami, have actually specially prepared some offerings as symbolic of the Chinese New Year traditions. So with your permission, Swami, I'll actually invite the devotees to come forward now to offer these offerings. Dr. Yu? We have other things for everyone as well, Swami. Swami, just one more thing. No birthday is complete without birthday cake. So we have one just there, Swami. And if you could grace us with just cutting it. Justin and... Where's Justin? Oh, someone's supposed to come by? Okay. To cut the cake with you. Everyone's birthday, Swami. So this is to celebrate everyone's birthday. It's quite heavy. Swami, Swami, may I proceed with the introduction of the speakers? Okay. So for this afternoon satsang, we have two speakers. The first speaker is Brother Sumit Tapur. Maybe not all of you are that familiar with him, but perhaps if you heard him sing, you might then recognize because he has a beautiful, mellifluous voice. Brother Sumit is from Fiji. He started singing from the age of 3, and really he's been singing ever since. And he actually now sings professionally as well. And he has always said that really his music and his singing is a gift from Swami, of course. Brother Sumit is also recently appointed by Swami as the global youth leader for the male youths. And he is actually co-leading with his father the Sai Prema Foundation initiative. That's an initiative that Swami asked them to take up, which is to actually construct a new ashram and medical facility in Fiji. So they are really in the throes of it, and we hope to hear good news that will be ready soon. And I think I'll just add that Brother Sumit and his family are really wonderful hosts. Some of us had the privilege and opportunity to enjoy their hospitality in Fiji last year, and they're really amazing. So thank you. The second speaker is actually Uncle Narasimhamurthy, who is, I think, well known to all of you. He's known fondly as Murtiana, Warden Sir, and Uncle, simply Uncle, and to us he's simply Uncle. Uncle came to Swami at a very, very early age, and he has been with Swami ever since. He has been the warden of the educational institutions in Brindavan, Puttaparthi, and Mudinhalli campuses. And he was also Swami's autobiographer when he wrote some chapters in the Satyam Shivam Sundaram. And actually Swami at an earlier event, another event, when speaking of Uncle, had said, had explained that a devotee is one who is truly, truly devoted to the Lord, who is nothing else in his life but the Lord. And then Swami went on to say that Uncle is one such devotee, who really has nothing else in his life but the Lord, only Sai and not I. So Uncle, you continue to inspire us and hope to hear from you. And of course, we want to hear from Swami, and I hope, Swami, you will grace us with your discourse. So with that, I will invite Brother Sumit.
कैसे चुकाऊं सांसों का मूल रे, कैसे चुकाऊं इन सांसों सांसों का मोल रे जन्म देने वाले इतना तो बोल रे जन्म देने वाले इतना तो बोल। मैंने किया ना कोई दान धर्म छल से भरे हैं मेरे सारे कर्म नाम भुलाया मैंने तेरा अनमोल रे जन्म देने वाले इतना तो बोल रे कैसे चुकाओ इन सांसों का मोल रे कैसे चुकाओ इन सांसों का मोल रे जन्म देने वाले इतना तो बोल। With love, humility and reverence, I offer myself at the divine lotus feet of Parabrahma Swarupa, Shiva Shakti Swarupa, Satyanarayan Swarupa, Bhagavan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Respected elders, dear devotees, seekers of truth, lovers of Sai, a very happy new year and Sai Ram to all of you. How blessed we all are that we are here gathered in the divine presence of God. How blessed we all are that we are here with Swami. With Swami at a time when he is undertaking this unprecedented mission of global love and global service. And dear devotees, you are here not by chance today, but you are here because he has willed it. You are here because you are meant to be a part of this incredible mission which didn't happen just overnight. It's not happening by chance, but because he's planned it years and years back. It is not something just conjured up by a few people, but planned and executed by God himself. You might ask me, how do you know that? Well, in 1999, in a period where I used to get guidance from Swami at a physical level in Prashantinilayam and through dreams. In 1999, dear devotees, Swami one day appeared in a dream and he said, "Come, let me take you somewhere." He took me above this ashram, a spiritual center complex. And he told me, this is the place where I will conduct the last years of my mission. And through this ashram, he didn't give me the name, through this ashram, I will begin the golden age. In 1999. He showed me the entire ashram, a large building with a clock tower, a large hall, a 7,000 seat auditorium, a stadium, many other buildings, accommodation blocks, facilities for devotees, a very large development. And he said, this is where I will conduct the final years of my mission. Dear devotees, when I first went to this ashram called Mudanhali in just 2015, I went on the 30th of March for the first time. When I went, I told my parents that it seems like I've been here before. And later, when I sat in the hall, dear devotees, I realized this is what Swami had showed me in 1999. And why couldn't I instantly recognize it? Because, dear devotees, Mudanhali Ashram, the Mudanhali, the entire complex is still under construction. What I have seen, and Swami confirmed, was the final version of it. There's still a stadium to come, there's still many other buildings to come there as well. But in 1999, he showed me this. Now, in 2005, I'll tell you how Singapore fits in this picture with me and how Fiji fits in this picture. In 2005, Swami in Prashanti Nilayam openly declared that I'll be touring the world. I'll be traveling across the globe, and everyone who was there was very excited. I saw many of these coordinators of all the foreign countries become very excited, giving letters, Swami, please come to our country. Please come to our country. So I also got very excited as well. I wrote to Swami, Swami, can you please come to Fiji? I remember that beautiful darshan when he took the letter and smiled and nodded. And a few days back, when I went back to Bombay, he said, actually it was a vision that he gave. A vision of an entourage traveling with Swami, taking off from Bangalore airport, landing into Singapore. And the satsang was here, in this exact ashram. I had not only seen this vision, this building, but even the devotees here in Singapore. And therefore, when I met them for the first time, it was not the first time. I'd seen them in a dream in 2005 with Swami. And then I saw the plane taking off from Singapore, landing into Brisbane for a satsang in Queensland in Australia. And then from there, the flight took off to go to Fiji. But the dream ended. I said to myself, wow, what a beautiful vision that Swami has given me. In 2015, when Swami said to me that, tell your parents I've accepted their prayers and I'm coming to Fiji Islands. Dear devotees, he said to me that was a dream. This is now reality. And you know that the route which Swami's dignitaries took, they took off from Bangalore airport, they landed in Singapore, there was a satsang here. They then went to Brisbane in Australia, there was a satsang in Murwillumbah. And then they came to Fiji for a satsang there. And who are those dignitaries traveling with Swami? Which I saw in 2005, some of which I knew, some of which I'd never seen before. Along with Swami was Sri Narsimha Murthy Murthy uncle, Sri Srinivas uncle, Uncle Isaac Tigret, Brother Madhu, Sister Bhuvana, Brother Manjarekar, and Brother Vikumar. And those are the exact same people, a decade later, who came to Fiji. So this is not a coincidence, this is not planned. This is totally planned, rather. This is not a coincidence. Swami has directed and planned this entire mission. A lot of people ask me, how do you know it's Swami? It's very easy, dear devotees. It's called faith and love. Where else can you experience love like this? in my life when I sat in front of Swami in Prasanthi Nilayam. The love that I experienced was unimaginable, indescribable. I could never describe that love. How can you describe love which is the love of not 1,000 mothers, infinity? You can't describe it and put it into words. Pure, pure love. Divine love. And there's been so many experiences. Swami wants me to talk about, he just commanded me to talk about the work in Fiji. But before I talk about that, the experience he has given. The conversations which I had with Swami in Prasanthi Nilayam have continued. And are continuing till today. The topics which he spoke about then, he's continuing speaking about that now. How can, we were in Fiji. He drove past my mother's village and he told my mother's history. He said, this is your mother's village, and she came from a poor family. They had no electricity. They very good family. The first time she wore shoes was when she was 14 years old. Who could know these things but Swami? I was with Swami in Ottawa. And Swami called me inside the room. He said, your mother has just served me food and she's cooked something special for me. So it's my duty to feed you now. So after crying and eating, I went outside. I sent a WhatsApp message to Mom. I said, did you cook something for Swami? And she said, yes, I did. It's not as if it's dreamed up. It's instantaneous. We were in America. I was with Swami in America in 2015, and Swami called me inside the room, and he told me what my wife was praying there and then. This is what your wife is telling me, looking at my picture and saying, give me a sign if you're real. And Swami is relating to me real time. But my wife, she was studying medicine in Australia, is saying to Swami, looking at Swami's picture, and Swami is telling me here in America, your wife is saying this, your wife is saying this, your wife is saying this, she's crying, doing this. And then he said, go outside, call her and check if this is true. Go and call her. So I went and called my wife and said, were you praying? And she said, how did you know? This is what she said. And she completed what I was going to tell her. This is Swami, dear devotees. We are so blessed. We are so fortunate. Remove your mind with your heart. Come forward and say, yes, Swami. With all my love and faith, we must now dedicate ourselves in this unprecedented mission. In this mission, if you just hold Swami's hand, he's waiting to hold your hand. In Fiji, when he came for the first time, immediately he said, we must help the children of Fiji. Swami is not wasting time, dear devotees. What he has done in the past few years is incredible. What will happen in the next 5 years is unfathomable. Our minds cannot understand what he has done and he is going to do in the next 5 years. The hospitals, the Medicare mission, the Educare mission, the Sociocare mission is incredible. He came to Fiji and he said, we must help the children of Fiji because there's a big problem of heart disease. I said, okay, Swami. And entire weekend, Swami kept saying, I will send my doctors from Raipur Hospital to treat children here. Now, I'm not from a medical background, so I didn't know the enormity of the problem in Fiji. So, after Swami and his entourage departed Fiji, we met the Minister of Health. We told her we'll be doing free heart surgeries. She had tears in her eyes. Why? Because just as Swami had said, 200 children a year are born every year, rather, with congenital heart disease. And many of them have got absolutely no access to treatment. Why? Because they cannot afford it. And last year, Swami sent his doctors to give free heart surgeries for 25 children free of charge. Absolutely free of cost. Swami sent his doctors. And this seva is continuing. And when you read the stories, when you speak to the parents, you can see how this Lord is touching the lives of so many. A country which was sleeping with so many Sai devotees is now vibrant with energy. A small groups doing all that they can for Swami, and no one's doing anything. Swami is doing. What have the Fiji devotees done? Just said, yes, Swami, we're ready to serve you, Swami. He does the rest. Then Swami said, just in November, to our family, we had an interview with Swami, and Swami said that it's fine we're sending these doctors from our Raipur hospital, from Delhi hospital, but we must go beyond that now. So on the 20th of November 2016, Swami announced the opening of the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Hospital in Fiji, a pediatric cardiac hospital which will come up on the occasion of the 95th birthday. The plans have started. Swami's work is just incredible. If you ever have a chance, dear devotees, go to Raipur Hospital. It's a living miracle. And when you see the faces of the children and their families coming in, who had no hope in the world of being saved, and here God is saying, come my child, free of charge treatment. That is not a hospital, it's a temple of healing. Just like Prashant, just like Puttaparthi, like Whitefield, now Raipur, Delhi. Oh, Swami's hospital is coming. We went to Nigeria with Swami. The joy in the people's faces when the medical center was opened, every single person who accompanied Swami on the trip, we had tears in our eyes because it meant the world to them. How can they get access to such medical treatment? That too completely free of charge. Because that's what Swami's mission is about. All over the world, there's hospitals, there's medical centers. Just 2 days back in Malaysia, in Kuching, Swami inaugurated the Health on Wheels mobile hospital. He inaugurated a medical center. This mission is just incredible. Let's all open our eyes and see the enormity of this incredible mission. And yes, this is Sathya Sai Baba, who is here to complete his mission before the next avatar, making the world ready for the next avatar. But let us live in the present and tell Swami, yes, Swami, we are here with you. Let us not get caught up in the mire of this controversy or any sort of doubt. Let us say, Swami, I'm with you in this mission. Swami, please give all of us the strength, the courage to just walk next to you at the pace with which you are walking, Swami. Please give us the opportunity to serve you, Swami. Please give us the faith so we love you more and more and more. Let us all sing to Swami. I will love you. I will. Dear devotees, God is sitting here. Sing with all your heart. Sing with joy. You don't have to jump up and down, but you can jump in your heart, in your mind. I will love you. More and more each day. I will love you, dear Sai, forever and a day. I will love you more and more each day. I will love you. I will love you, dear Sai, forever and a day. I will love you, dear Sai. I will sing, my Lord. I will serve, my Lord. I will sing, my Lord. I will sing, my Lord. I will serve, my Lord. I will call your name every day. I will call your name. I will sing, my Lord. I will serve, my Lord. I will call your name every day. I will call your name every day. All together. Om Gam Ganapati Vinayaka Buddha Jesus Allah Allah Guru Nanak Mahavira Om Shri Bhagavan Sai Natha Om Gam Ganapati Vinayaka Buddha Jesus Allah Allah Guru Nanak Mahavira Om Shri Bhagavan Sai Natha. In my heart, my Lord, I will build, my Lord, in my heart, my Lord. In my heart, my Lord, I will build, my Lord. Prashanti just for you, Prashanti just. I will fill my heart with love, my Lord. I will fill my heart. I will fill my heart with love, my Lord. If I love all, you'll know my love is true. If I love all, you know my love is true. If I love all, you'll know my love is true. If I love all, Om Gam Ganapati Vinayaka Buddha Jesus Allah Allah Guru Nanak Mahavira Om Shri Bhagavan Bolo Om Shri Bhagavan Sai. Together, I will love you more and more each day. I will love you, dear Sai. Forever and a day I will sing, my Lord. I will serve, my Lord. I will call your name every day. I will sing, my Lord. I will serve, my Lord. I will call your name every day. Om Gam Ganapati Vinayaka Buddha Jesus Allah Allah Guru Nanak Mahavira Om Shri Bhagavan Sai. In my heart, my Lord, I will build, my Lord, Prashanti just for you. I will fill my heart with love, my Lord. If I love all, you know my love is true. If I love all, you know my love is true. Om Gam Ganapati Vinayaka Buddha Jesus Allah Allah Guru Nanak Mahavira Om Shri Bhagavan Sai Natha. Bolo Om Shri Bhagavan Sai Natha. Bolo Om Shri Bhagavan Sai Natha. I will love you more and more each day. I will love you, dear Sai, forever and a day. Jai Sai Ram.
Most beloved Bhagavan, very dear and esteemed brothers and sisters, my heart is still jumping up and down set off by the singing by Sumit and also all of you. Sumit told you that in 2005, he saw Swami coming to Singapore, flying to Brisbane and having Satsang in Muyulumba, the heaven, Shangri-La. Brother Gary Seaton is sitting here. We look forward to that visit in September soon. And then flying to Fiji. I was not surprised when he said Swami came to Singapore, went to Brisbane and went to Fiji. But I was very surprised when I heard that I came to Singapore. He knew it in 2005. And I went to Brisbane and I flew to Fiji. In 2005, I did not even dream of it. And in 1999, he knew that Mudinalli would be capital of Swami's mission. If at all there is anybody who has seen Mudinalli land without having anything on it, apart from Swami, it is myself. I did not know about it. Forget about 1999. Till 10th July 2011, I did not know about it. That is Swami's way, that is Swami's Leela. It is said truth is stranger than fiction. Yesterday, Madhu was sharing with us in Kuching while we were waiting for the flight in Kuching airport. Not his experience. His experience is out of the world. Many of you would have already read his book, The Story Divine. I feel very fortunate that I could write the introduction to that book today. After having written Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, 3 volumes, when I read that book of Madhu, I was so thrilled. And what he said in the airport in Kuching was not his experience, but the experience of one of the devotees like you and me. Not me, because I never had such experience. I was all the time with Swami, as Swami says, like a frog on the lotus. Always with Swami, but not knowing much about Swami. But just doing what he asked me to do. That is one good thing I have done in my life. I always obeyed him. This experience of Anthony Bong, not Tan, of Kuching, who is such an ardent devotee of Bhagavan. He just does whatever Swami asks him to do. Last year in January, we visited Kuching for the first time. And when he went there, we found out that on hearing the good news that Swami would be going to Kuching, first thing he did was to purchase a house for Swami to live in for one day. And day before yesterday, Swami was telling him, it is good that he did not purchase the whole town. And Swami named it Sai Love. And last year, and Swami told him, because it was a small hall in the home, and Swami had told him, I want to see a hall here where more than 200 people can sit. At some point of time, Swami told him, I want you to start a clinic here, free clinic, helping people. Swami told him he should have a mobile hospital, mobile clinic, and all 3 we could see day before yesterday in Kuching. The new hall, most beautiful hall, the mobile clinic, and the clinic building. All the three we could see. What Madhu was sharing with us was how Anthony Bong came to Swami in this subtle form. Way back in February, March 2011, his profession was in a trough. It had gone through a dip and he was very depressed. He was praying to Swami, no doubt, but he had a friend who was a psychic who told him, you have a master in India, better you go now and have his last darshan. This was February, March 2011. Tony Bang did not care for it because he just believed that Swami would be in this world for 96 years. This psychic, something is wrong with his psyche, he thought. He didn't go. Towards the end of March, the news spread across the world that Swami's body was hospitalized. In another 24 days, the news was that Swami left the world. He rushed to Puttaparthi to have the last darshan of the most enigmatic, beautiful form of Swami. And he was lost and forlorn. And then he got a call back from that psychic, or a friend of psychic, who called him, come back. I want to meet you. And he went back. Now he believed the psychic. Psychic told him, don't be depressed. Your master is coming back. This was in April 2011, towards the end of April. How does he come back? He will not come back in the physical form, but in a subtle form. Then how do we know? How do I know? He is going to speak through a boy. Which boy? 2011, April, end of April, he said, Madhusudan. How Sumit comes to know, how that psychic comes to know, how I do not know. Madhusudan was my student. Madhusudan was my student for 3 years, one of my very favorite students. I never ever thought that one day I will go behind him. Swami leading him. Swami leading him. Not only leading him, Swami entering him, eliminating his ego completely. Who ever heard of it? I am known to be a very voracious reader. But I have not read in any literature of the world anything like this. You heard about medium. You heard about great sages who give voice to the commands of God. God entering somebody's physical form and doing exactly what Swami was doing. And without Madhusudan's knowledge. Recently, Swami granted an interview to Miss Irene Watson, who has written many beautiful books, and the latest, the energy center of the universe, Muddenhalli, Sai Anandham, Sai Anandham Muddenhalli. After the interview, she came to me and told me a few things which did not surprise me because by this time I heard many Sumits, many Tony Bungs. Murthy, I saw something. She sees Swami even now. Even when Swami was in the hospital, Swami gave her messages. I sat in the interview room at Muddenhalli, first floor. First, Swami was seen on the throne. And Madhu said, Swami is sitting on the throne. Very promptly he repeats it. An orange robe, yellow robe, or ochre robe, whatever. And I will repeat what Swami tells you. That's what he says. And she said, after some time, Swami was not on the throne. Swami was in Matsudan. Therefore, I was not looking at throne. Many times I've seen people in the interview looking at the throne. But here, Swami was not there. I was looking at Matsudan. Then I told this to Matsudan. I told this. This is what she said. Yes, sir, that is true. There are so many secrets which are not written in divine story divine. Many more secrets. Then I asked Madhu, why do you look at throne in that case? He said, as a protocol. Because first I tell everybody, Swami is sitting on the throne, whatever he tells, I will repeat. I have to continue in the same tone, no? I can't say Swami has entered me now. For the protocol. I would like to conclude with one very revealing incident which Madhu has written in the story divine. In 2013 June, Swami sent Madhu and 6 of his friends to Himalayas. One morning, they were sitting right in front of Mount Kailas, Mount Everest, on the banks of Manas Sarovar. And Madhu saw Swami appearing in the sky, not in the sky, his feet were on the earth, but his head was high above. And he also saw Ishvara, Shiva appearing. The Shiva, as we have seen in the paintings and pictures, as he is described in our scriptures. And Swami blessed him, and Shiva also blessed him. Swami asked Madhu, Chusava, did you see? That's how Swami would speak. Did you see? Even Shiva also blessed you. As a student, Madhu had many questions. So he asked Swami, Swami, everybody believes that Shiva lives in Kailas. What we see is a bare rock covered with snow. Where does he live? Swami told him, there are caves in those rocks which are inaccessible. That is where he lives. And asked Madhu to chant Om Namah Shivaya 108 times. Then Madhu saw that cave, Shiva was sitting in meditation, and Madhu was right in front of Shiva in Kailas. Where all Madhu goes, we can only imagine. Kailas, Vaikunt. And Shiva looked at Madhu and asked him, Pucha, ask. This is very important for you and me, for everybody. Madhu asked Shiva, Lord, when will all this end? When will all this misery end? It is misery, life in this world, with a healthy body, with all riches, is a misery. Why? We are bound to something which we are not. We have forgotten something which we are. Therefore, it is miserable. Suppose one day you go out for a walk in Singapore, you walk so much and you get lost. Night comes up, you are not able to reach your home, you will definitely feel miserable. And on top of it, you have forgotten your mobile. You can't communicate to your family members that I am lost also. When will all this misery end? Shiva said this, that is the ultimate zenith of spiritual achievement, which alone will deliver us from all misery once for all. Shiva said, when you understand and realize that one who loves you and one who hates you is one and the same, when you understand and realize one who praises you and blames you is the same, once you understand and realize that one who helps you and hurts you is same, the misery will end. That's what he said. See, that is the ultimate spiritual realization. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudevaha sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabhaha, says Swami in the Bhagavad Gita. At the end of many, many virtuous lives, meritorious lives, a man or woman take shelter at my lotus feet. That is the beginning of the spiritual path. Just because all of us are sitting, as Sumit said, at the lotus feet of God, it is the beginning, just the beginning. What is the end? Vasudevaha sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabhaha. A Mahatma who has realized and experienced that all this that exists is Vasudeva. All that exists is God. He is a very rare one. That's what said. And where does our misery end? Only when we realize this fact that people with whom we live, people with whom we work are gods. It's very easy to believe all the people in the world are gods, except people with whom we live and work. That is the human fallacy. That is the human contradiction. That is the human predicament. When we realize people with whom we live are gods, realize, not think, experience, people with whom we work are gods, all our misery will end. Pray to Swami that he grants us that wisdom and puts a full stop for all our miseries once for all. Thank you. Sai. And pray to Bhagavan to shower his wisdom on all of you, all of us. Thank you. Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. As we pray to Bhagwan to grant his message, I perceive him seated on the throne in an ochre robe. This is not a protocol, he is there. I repeat as he speaks. ఏది లేదని చుంటిమో అద్ది కలదు, ఏది కలదని చుంటిమో అద్ది లేదు. ఉన్నాడతడే దైవంబు ఎన్నటికి నేను దయ్యేను విశ్వంబు Kanaraya, Lenadayyenu Vishwambu, Kanaraya. This couplet means what we think exists does not exist. What we think does not exist, it really exists. For God alone exists at all times, whereas the world is non existent. Realize, O man. Dear embodiments of love, all the devotees seated here, and all those who are watching this program from everywhere else. Today is being celebrated by one school of philosophy, one culture, one community as the birth of all mankind. The very fact that it thinks that all men, all women, all human beings were born on this very day itself talks about the very fundamental unity of all their existence. God separated himself from himself to love himself. This is the whole secret of creation. It may differ in quantity, but quality is just the same. Whether you break a piece from a mound of sugar candy or take a small crystal of it, by looking at it, you may not know that they are same or different. By putting it on the tongue, by taste, you would know that it is just the same sweetness. It is the same God who truly exists everywhere. Just as the sun shines in all ponds and other water bodies as reflections, but there are no different suns. It is the same sun that shines in the sky is reflected in all the pools of water. Likewise, it is the same Atman or divine principle that is effulgent in all beings. If you look at the quality, it is just the same. Of course, quantity-wise, size, shape, external form that relates to the matter aspect may be different. To understand and realize this is the whole purpose of human life. Just as in a dream, there are cities, there are towns, there are lanes, there are houses, there are people, there are so many things that exist in the dream. But the moment you wake up, none of these are relevant, none of these are existent. But while you are inside the dream, it all appears to be so real. If a tiger chases you in the dream, it's very much possible that you will actually run out of your room. These are so real and so powerful. The more detailed the dream is, the more elaborate the dream is, the more real it appears to be. And therefore, it is impossible to think while dreaming that you are actually dreaming and it is not happening for real. Only when the alarm rings or somebody jolts you out of your sleep that the dream ends and you are back thinking that the dream, that was a dream and this is real. It so happened that at one point in time, Sage Vasishtha came to the kingdom of Janaka. And then as he was there, he was staying in a small hermitage on the outskirts of the kingdom in a jungle. And he was giving his sermons and preachings, to know which and to learn from him. Many men gathered at his ashram. Sages never used to stay in one place all the time, unless commanded by God. For their job is to move around in the world, just as the fish moves around in the water and cleans up the water. These men of wisdom who are supposed to move around in the world go to where there is impurity and clean the hearts of men and women. So was this sage there, preaching the highest of the truths. King Janaka was a great emperor. He was Raja Rishi. Though he was a king, he was also a saint in heart. So when he heard about this satsanga going on in a nearby forest, he could not resist, but he rushed to see the great sage and learn from him by sitting at his feet. When he went there, it so happened that sage was very, very happy to receive a very sincere and earnest disciple as the king. But the other people who were there, who were the common folk, they felt jealous and they thought, this sage has not lost his attachment for power and praise. Look at him, he always favors Janaka because he is the king, whereas he does not pay or does not favor as much to us as he does to the king. If Janaka would be late, he would not even start the lesson. He would wait for Janaka to come. Obviously, being a king, he had many affairs to look after. The welfare of the kingdom, the day-to-day running of the kingdom and the court. So once in a while he would come late. But in those days, the sage would not open his mouth. He will sit silently, closing his eyes till the king arrived. This caused a lot of confusion in the hearts of others who thought that this sage is fond of the king because he's a man of power and wealth. And he's not bothered about us who come and wait for that long. These sages are not ordinary. They are truly the very reflections of God. And they are the ones who propagate and preach the words of wisdom which they receive from God. So, endowed with such power, he could read the minds of the people who were sitting there and doubting him thus. In the meantime, the king arrived, and as they sat there, the Janaka apologized for being late and being a hindrance to the lessons. But the sage did not mind. He immediately started the lessons, but halfway through, all of a sudden he stopped and said, I can see that the kingdom there, the city there has caught fire and all the houses are burning. The moment he uttered these words, all the disciples who were there, they got up in the middle of the classroom and ran towards the city to save their belongings and their people from the fire. Whereas King Janaka sat there unperturbed, without moving an inch. For he knew that he is here at the feet of the master. And the master will give him the command to do what needs to be done. He has surrendered himself to the master, and therefore he is here to do only master's calling. Looking at that, few people were surprised. How come he is a king, but he is not running to the kingdom to save his things, whereas others are running away? It was then that the sage told that all that is a maya that I have created to teach you all a lesson. That even in such dire circumstances, the king has the balance of mind, the equanimity and the surrender to stay and follow what I am saying, instead of worrying about his worldly possessions, which are merely an illusion. This is the greatness of a true disciple, who does not consider anything as real other than the proximity of the divine. For him, all that matters is the nearness and dearness to the Lord. For he knows that if Lord is with him, all else will be looked after. And there is no harm that can come to us when we are in the shade of God's grace. Satsanga is an extremely important step to begin our spiritual journey. For it is from the good company that we start developing good thoughts, which lead to good words, good actions, good habits, good character, and finally the destiny. In scriptures, the importance of satsanga has been extolled by many great men. Shankaracharya says, Satsangatve Nisangatvam. It's from the good company that one can go within in the company of one's own true self. And from there, Nisangatve Nirmohatvam. From there, he develops detachment. Nirmohatve Nischalatatvam. From detachment, he comes to understand the divine principle which is changeless. And once he understands this divine principle, which is changeless, eternal, and all pervading, he attains liberation or freedom from this limited existence as a body and mind. We have come here not to find out where is God, where is God not there, because God is everywhere. He is as much in you as much he is in anyone else. But to realize this, one needs to do some sadhana. He is present in the flower as fragrance. He is present in the fruit as the juice. He is present in the sweet as the sweetness. He is present in the wood as the fire. He is present in milk as the butter. But some effort has to be put to bring out that is which is within outside. And that is the process of sadhana, which begins with the very first step of good company. Tell me your company, I shall tell you what you are. If you want to be good, be in the company of good people. Good people are truly reflections of God. This morning, we had met a lot of youth here from Singapore and the nearby countries. It is so heartening to see that such young men and women who are living in these kind of countries where there is so much of material attraction and there is very little idealism, yet these children are having such spiritual depths that they asked questions which I do not get from even very grown up older people. They were truly keen on knowing what the real truth is and how do we go about attaining and understanding that truth. This reminded me of the great young sages of the yore, like the Nachiketas, the Dhruvas, the Prahladas, who though you are young in their age, they were very, very developed in their spiritual aspirations. Come to God with this one feeling that God, I want to know the reality. I do not want to continue living in this dream world where things happen and they do not happen yet, where we achieve everything and yet we have not achieved anything, where we become the richest and yet we are the poorest, where we become the most prosperous yet we are alone. Let me not live in this dream forever. Give me the strength to realize that you alone are true, you alone exist, and everything else is only a dream. Just as in dream we cry in this world. Just as in the dream we laugh in this world. But none of the laughter is true, so is the sorrow. Realizing and waking up from this dream is the great effort of sadhana one needs to put. And God, sages, saints are here to wake you up like an alarm bell and bring you back to your real existence. Many paths are there for sadhana. 9 types of devotional paths have been prescribed by the scriptures. Shravanam, listening to the good things. That's what you're doing. But listening is not about hearing. It is listening. It should go within and you must digest it. Whatever you hear, you must ponder over it, assimilate it, understand its meaning, and if you have any doubt, must clear it. Kirtanam, singing the name of the Lord. That will purify you within and purify the people outside who get to hear his name. Ajamila, who happened to be a sinner all his life, towards the end just chanted the name of the Lord. And he was immediately given liberation from all his sins. So is the power of remembering the name of the Lord. Third, Vishnu Smaranam, remembering the Lord all the time. Mandanam, worshipping the Lord. Archanam, praying to the Lord and adoring him. Padasevanam, worshipping the feet of the Lord, that is, by serving the Lord in all beings. Dasyam, by being a servant of the Lord, Sakyam, by being a friend of the Lord. Atmanivedanam, by completely surrendering to the Lord. These are 9 types of things available to you. Choose any one and begin your journey. Stomach can be filled with all kinds of food, but if you fill it with all the junk, you cannot eat what is nutritious, for you have killed your appetite. Likewise is the mind. If you fill it with all kinds of things, there is no place for good things. You will not have the appetite for good things. Therefore, keep yourselves pure in good company. Take to any of the path, for all these are medicines that will remove the disease of this illusion and attachment. Take any of it, and it will cure you of this illness. Youth have asked many questions in the morning and clarified their doubts. You have an opportunity to ask any questions if you have, such a way that it benefits everyone.
Om Sri Sai Anandham. Shadodi pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Baba. Swami, I am experiencing a lot of things which your invisible hands do. Abraham, my Saima, I am confused with the rituals like Tarpanam, etc. We do it to our Pitrus. Who is Pitru? Swami, it can also happen that I am this physical body can be a rebirth of my grandmother or their grandmother. If so, when I do tarpan to their soul, am I doing for myself? The same question can have several permutation combinations. Swami, I don't know how to frame this question. Please help and bless us to me.
Is that all?
To understand this theory.
Swami says, the Indian philosophy of spirituality is based on 2 major laws. One is law of reincarnations, and another is law of action-reaction. Law of reincarnation means that the same soul comes back again and again in different bodies, in different families, in different circumstances, to continue its journey towards God. The law of karma is very simple, just like the law of physics. Every action has a reaction. Therefore, if we do good action, we have good reactions. If you have actions that are not good, we will have reactions that are not good. With these 2 laws, on the left and the right, is the road of this life, where a soul must travel. If he does good, he experiences good things as a result. If he does wrong, he has to undergo the harm also. It is not like you do some good and you do some bad and you put it together and cancel it. It doesn't work like that. Plus minus 0 doesn't work. Plus will remain plus, minus will remain minus. You have to experience both. So what happens when a person leaves this body? He truly carries nothing with him. None of his wealth, none of his relationships, none of his properties, none of all that material that he has achieved. But he carries one. He carries one invisible bag of all his karmas and the consequences of the karmas that he has to or she has to face eventually. This is how Tarpanam concept has been propagated. For when we are living in a family, all our actions affect each other. The mother and father we are born to, their actions through which they have earned, looked after us and brought us up also has an effect on us. We are not separate from that. Similarly, whatever we do, it affects the people for whom we do, who are benefiting or hurt or associated in some way with us. Therefore, we are all bound together with action and reaction. We are not independent. Unless you have given up samsara like a sannyasi and you have no bondage with anything, then it's a different thing altogether. But for a regular householder living in a family with parents, children, relations, friends, acquaintances, where there is so much of interaction happening on a regular basis, obviously these karmas affect each other. Now, if somebody has done good to you, is it not basic manners to say thank you? Somebody has helped you. Is it not very basic courtesy to convey one's gratitude? Similarly, when somebody leaves our family, there is a lot of good, there is a lot of benefit that we have attained because of that person. Tarpanam is a way of telling gratitude to them that we have not forgotten you just because you are not in front of our eyes. We remember you for all the good that you have done for us with or without our knowledge. Just as every student admitted to the class must undergo a registration at the school desk, an admission process. Similarly, when he finishes the education and leaves the school, he must get the school leaving certificate. So these rituals are like these. When a soul enters a body into a family, there are certain rituals performed to welcome the soul and to give it its identity in the family. Similarly, when the soul leaves the school of life, where he has studied with all the friends, relations, a school leaving certificate also has to be granted so that this school he has graduated from, maybe it has to go to the next school. And this is the way these rituals define and remind the individual jiva that this education is over, now you move on to the next one. Nevertheless, we convey our gratitude to you for being of help to us, for doing whatever you have done for us. The second part of the question, can we reincarnate? If you have baggage of karma left behind, you'll have to reincarnate, because all the karmas have to be experienced right in this world. They cannot be nullified unless by special intervention of God. Like the president in India who has certain powers to cancel the punishment for certain offenses. But otherwise, one has to go through the law. One has to face the consequences of whatever one has done, good or bad. So if you still have not finished your lesson in your class, what do? You fail and you continue to be in the same class. You join back again in the same school, but maybe with a different set of people, because others have graduated and moved ahead. So if you have to come back to your own family, or at a different point of time in your own family, it's because you have not finished all that you had to learn from each other. You have not finished all your ties and bonds with each other. You have not learnt your lessons and graduated yet. So you are coming back attracted to complete your lessons. But it does not matter. All that matters is what you are today, what you are doing with whatever you are getting today. Past is past, you cannot control it. It's over. And a little bit of that past you have brought in today. Because whatever you learned in class 4, the addition and multiplication, that is what is helping you now to solve your equations. So you have brought that knowledge, that understanding here. Now whatever do here will define what happens to you in the future. So it really does not matter. That was for then, this is for now. In one scene you did one role, in next scene you are doing another role. You may be the same person, but the stage has changed, the script has changed, the scene has changed. So it does not matter what you did then. You already know certain things that you have learned, which you will apply in this birth. And therefore God sends you back for your continuous schooling into certain families, circumstances, situations, country, so that you work out all your action, reaction, complete the cycle, complete the lessons, and become free, and go back to your original source. Do not undermine these rituals. They are important. After just let the lady ask.
In the world who want to do Swami's work, but they don't have the
can, since you are Swami, you are standing here in front of all of us, those who wish to do his work, can you please give us the Shakti inside us so that we can work for him as long as we live? That's all my request is to all those who want to do his work. Give them Shakti. Many people tell me they want to do, but they just cannot do. If you are standing here, you bless us all and me also. Give us Shakti, we all will do his work.
Yes, Swami says,
That's all I want to ask. Thank you, Swami.
very happy. Please sit down. Swami says, there is all, bhakti alone is your Shakti. Where there is bhakti, there is Shakti, there is yukti, there is mukti. Everything is inside bhakti. Layer by layer, if you open, you'll find all these things packed inside. Just as if you open this prasadam packet, you'll find too many things inside. Likewise, if you have devotion, God will find a way for you to express your devotion. When you are young, you are able-bodied, you are intelligent, you are strong in your memory and mind, you are pure in your heart. You can use all head, heart, and hand and serve. That's what I advise the youth. They can do seva like that. But as you grow a little older, obviously body is getting older. It cannot do the same thing as it did earlier. But still, you have gained experience. Your mind is far more mature and more understanding. You can use your head and help people through your life's experiences, even if you cannot be physically there. Today, there is no bar to seva. Talk over the phone, send a message, they will come over. So many ways, transportation, communication, everything is at your beck and call. So you can do by sharing your experiences, talking to them about God, directing them towards God as a guidepost. And when you go further old, your mind also will weaken. Sometimes we won't even remember whether we have eaten or not, or sometimes we eat twice as we grow old. So you cannot do too much with your mind, but what you can still do with your heart, because heart is still the same. Heart does not age. So with that love in your heart, you can still pass that love on to 10 others. And if wherever you are, sitting at your home, at your office, wherever you are, send out this love to everyone. Then you can still do my seva. I will give the strength. I will give the strength, provided you have that earnest feeling to serve. Where there is will, there is a way. It could be through physical efforts, it could be through your mental abilities, it could be through just your purity of heart. In some way or the other, everybody should be engaged in seva all the time. Paropakarattam idam shariram. To do service, only this body has given. We have to eat so that we can use the body to serve. We have to rest so that we can use the body to serve. We have to learn so that you can use this mind to serve. Everything that we do should point us towards serving the Lord. Have bhakti, all shakti, yukti, everything will come. What capability did Hanuman have? Tell me. After all, he was a monkey who did not even know his powers. When people told jump on the ocean, or you will fly over the ocean and reach Lanka, everybody advised him in the opposite way. What are you doing? If you jump over this, you are going to fall a few feet into the ocean, and that is the last day. Bye-bye. But others who demotivated him, he said, Rama told me, if Rama has given me the command, he'll also give me the strength to execute this command. So I don't care about what advice do you give, because you know very little, but you talk a lot. Whereas Rama knows a lot, and he has only spoken a little. Go. And so I'm here. I will jump across the ocean. And he takes the leap with the name of Lord on his lips. And the rest is his history. The whole Ramayana tells you about what happened. Likewise, whatever your capability, knowledge, understanding, use that in some way to serve. Very good writer. Write to people. Write to people your thoughts. Send them good messages to the younger ones. You can still do it sitting at home. Yes.
Lord Sai, can you just crystallize
what is exactly the approach for inner path?
Swami says, already the answer is in the question. It is the inner path, not the outer path. So you have to turn inwards to go towards the inner path. And what is this turning inwards? Swami says, mind is the basis of all the world. As is the mind, so is the world around you. A mind that is always outward going, which is its nature, will only pull you towards the things that are outward. A mind that is turned inwards will pull the body also inward, pull all the senses inwards. Mind is merely a driver, body is the car, you are the passenger. Car by itself cannot go anywhere. It is the driver who has to drive. If driver drives inwards, car will come inwards. If driver drives outwards, car will go outwards. Therefore, mind is the one which has to be turned inward. So how do you turn this mind inward? You have to turn the mind away from the world towards the God. How do you turn this mind? By practice. Though its nature is fickle, though it's very difficult to control, though it is very, very almost impossible to keep it steady, yet by practice it can be achieved. That's what Lord Krishna says. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihate. By practice you can conquer these vagaries of the mind and make it still. And by detachment you can achieve it. So when you turn the mind towards the God, obviously a lot of things of the world have to be removed. You have to get detached to it. But our old vasanas, our instincts, do not allow us to do it so easily. It is stuck there. To pull it out is very difficult. But you can do it slowly, slowly, slowly. Like a piece of cloth or a sari stuck in the thorny bush, you can't pull it off all of a sudden. But thorn by thorn by thorn, you can remove it. And you can save the cloth at the same time, be away from the bush. Likewise, the mind is. It gets stuck in various things and you're not able to withdraw it from there. But by patience, purity, and perseverance, you can step by step by step withdraw this mind from outside to the inside. Of many methods, drawing the mind inwards is the basis of all spiritual sadhana. Life is a game, mind is a player. The game is to go towards God, which is within, but the mind has been designed to always go outside. That's the challenge one faces in the game of life. But we have to conquer it. Follow the master, face the devil, fight till the end, finish the game. Follow the master. What Swami says. Practice. By practice, withdraw. Remind yourself, this is real, this is unreal. This is right, this is not right. This is the one which will give me highest good, this won't. This is what ultimately will matter, this won't. Go on discriminating at every step and keep detaching yourselves from what is not real, what is not true, what is not going to give happiness, what is not going to matter at the end, and transfer all those thoughts towards the other side. By practice, the driver will listen to the master and he will turn the car, that is the body and all its senses, inwards. Means by practice it can be achieved. As I said, this will begin only in the company of the noble. When all the people are thinking of God, all are thinking of service, all are thinking of good, it is very easy to be one of them. But if you end up in the company of people who are always going outwards, attracted by things in the world, it's impossible for you to behave in a different way. Therefore, you have to give up such company. Tyajat durjana sansargam. Give up such company. Bhaja sadhu samagamam. Join the company of the good. Kuru punya mahoratram. Do good day in and day out. Smaranityam anityatyam. Continuously discriminate what is real, what is unreal. With this path, you can turn the mind inwards. Is the lady here? Miss, you're a good speaker. Stand and speak. Everybody can hear.
Sai Swami, humble pranams from all of us at your lotus feet. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. I have one question.
I've been lately working with young people, and they come from multiracial environments where they are minorities, under pressure to conform to certain religious beliefs that may not be inherently their community. Of course, we know love all, serve all, and we know there is only one God, but not all of us on the planet share that view. My request to you is to give us direction, particularly for this group of young people, youth, who are hoping to attract other youth to join them in Seva with the aim of transforming themselves and others. How, this is the question, sorry for the long story. The question is, how do they balance an environment which is secular, at the same time promoting Swami's teachings without stepping on toes on the sensitivities of other religious beliefs? Thank you, Swami. Sarah.
Swami says, if all the students of different schools get together in one place, would they argue that my teacher taught the sun rises from the west instead of east? All of them have learned sun rises from the east and sets in the west only. Yes, the schools are different, the uniforms are different, the timetable is different, the rules are different, the language of or medium of instructions is different, the teachers are different. At the end, what they learn is the same truth, spoken in a different way. In Indian school, they will call Surya or Suraj or the name of sun. Whereas in English school, they will call it sun. Just because mediums are different, it doesn't become something else. This is the fundamentals of all the religion. First, our youth and people like you should go down to the basic tenets of all the religions. Forget about the outer rituals. Go to the inner spiritual part of all religions. Go to the essence of the teachings of all religion. Don't go by the outer, the ritual part of it, the rules, the regulations. All this can be compromised, but the main theme is the basis of. So you quote from their own religion that these are the basic fundamental truths of your religion, and this is common to everyone. We all breathe the same air, we get the same light, we drink the same water. Vessels may be different, but water is the same. Therefore, go first understand what is the basic fundamental basis of the religion. Outer things need not be discussed because there you cannot convince. But inner meaning, nobody can argue on that. See, if our youth have a good understanding of basis of all religions, it will help them a lot to speak in the same language as others. But more importantly, by no amount of speaking or hearing or arguing, discussing, can you understand all these things. It's only by doing that you will understand. So if the youth and the others like you take upon themselves to do and show, then others will follow. They should come and ask you, what makes you go on doing such good work? What makes you so patient? How come you are so kind? How come you don't get angry? How is it that you are so patient at all times? They must ask these questions. Then you can tell. See, I follow this philosophy of loving all, serving all, because we are all created by God in His image. We are all one. Outer differences are there, inner essence is one. Then they will have respect to listen to you. The day when if you go and start lecturing, nobody is going to sit near you. But you help them. You do things that will make them come closer to you. At the same time, have clear understanding of basic fundamentals of all religion. None of the religions promote disharmony, hatred, violence. They might be meant in different contexts in different times. But basis of all religions is love. They all believe in the same principle of love. So that you have to work on. And once they experience, they will not argue anymore. All the argument comes from the head, which is incapable of experiencing. All the conviction comes from the heart, which does not need any explanation or arguments. So once they feel from the heart, all these issues of the heads will be resolved. Hearts are the same, heads are different. Gents, one men and Ladies have taken away all the mics.
Sai Swami, you have told us, you have taught us that work is worship and duty is God. At the same time, we also know that we should help ever and hurt never. But sometimes at work, we do certain things which hurt people. How can you help me or tell all of us how we can know how to go about our duty and our work without hurting others?
Mhm.
Thank you.
We consider the example of a doctor. A patient comes with a disease and shows it to the doctor. The doctor says, I'm going to give you an injection for this. The patient says, oh, that injection is going to hurt. Don't hurt me. Is this any sense? The doctor will say, that little hurt for you is good for your overall health. Worst is if you have to undergo an operation and doctor has to cut you open, and if that also hurts you, even that is for your good, then that hurt is no hurt. However, if it is not done with this intention, with this attitude to help the other person, but it is only done in order to prove your supremacy, your power or position over the other person, then it is absolutely wrong. Therefore, hurting sometimes or speaking in a way which is hard or speaking in a stern way, all these are ways to correct people. If that helps correcting people because you have done it out of love, there is no harm. Even I do like this. Nasamurthy is there 50 years, he would have got at least 50,000 scoldings. But he didn't run away because he knows that's also Swami is doing out of his motherly love for me. To correct me when I am going wrong, to guide me when I am faltering. Therefore, he is doing it out of love. The love is the basis. If you feel that prema inside, then whatever comes from your mouth also will be soaked in the same love. Medicine may be bitter, but you can sugarcoat it. That's what doctors do. When children don't eat what mothers do, they put it in a little bit of honey and put it on the tongue of the child. In the name of the honey, the medicine also goes in. Likewise, modulate your voice, modulate your actions, but don't modulate your feelings. Actions, words can be adjusted to help the other person understand that he or she is going wrong. It has to be corrected. But if you stop loving the person, you have lost the right to correct them. So then whatever you say is only hurt. But if you really love them and want to do good for them, then even if you have to take the blame on yourself, you can take it for the sake of their benefit. You have to do like that. And now we give it to the ladies. There's one lady, blue sari.
I offer my plants to Baba Lotus feet. Silent brother and sister. I want ask one Baba the teaching. I was taught in English. I have to listen Dr. Solar the speak. He have talking about Baba in body from have teaching one my meditation. This my meditation is talk about in our left hand we will have the snake bite his towel, and in our right hand have a monkey. First we catch this monkey to keep our side, and this snake is bite the towel on the tree branch. I want to know this practice, this meditation, how the snake bites the towel. And I have practiced this so many times. And I feel I was keep silence my more. And in the past, I study is about the blind. In our left blind and right blind is always moving. Then we'll make the vibration. And when this stop the two blind, to moving, the middle blind will go up strong. Then we will keep clearly about the mind. So, in this teaching, I want to know more clearly. Thank you, Sada.
Who has understood her question? It's all right. No, it's just a joke. See, just because the neighbor is taking some medicine for headache, you can't just go and take the same medicine. It might be for some person based on his body composition, based on his intensity of pain or disease. If you go to the same doctor, he may give you another prescription, another dosage, another way of taking the medicine because that suits you better. So one advice is just don't take anything and apply to yourself, except for Namasmarana. Namasmarana is universal. You take any name and chant with love, it will work. But when you come to serious kinds of other kriyas, yogas, dhyana, you must exercise some caution with the help of a guru who can guide you better. This meditation is applicable to that person. At the end of it, what you must experience, not movements, not things going up and down, not visions and lights and colors, but you must experience intense peace. If that intense peace is not there, and your mind is only focused on these intermediate results, did I see that? Did I see this? Did I experience that? Did I experience this? I heard that person experience this. I heard she experienced that. Then where is the meditation? It's only going this way, this way, like a pendulum. It's not reaching anywhere. Therefore, peace is the product of meditation. Peace must be experienced more than anything else. Focus on that. Forget the ritual part of it. Forget the road. Focus on the destination. That is what is important. Why can't you just simplify it a little bit and just do Namasmarana for a few days? Take any name other than your husband and chant. First, steady your mind. Then you get into the higher ones. If you haven't learned ABCD, you cannot go and write stories. Start off with that, the simplest of all. Steady yourself. Then all this you'll understand. It's not for you. One question more will take. Youth have finished in the morning, so they are satisfied. I'm very happy. We can close the class. But Swami says, now only the lessons are over. Exams will come now. So, as you learn and go, you will face situations. The person whom you don't like to be, you'll find him all around all the time. How will you behave then? The situations that you want to avoid, not confront, they will all come in front of you. How will you behave? How will you behave when you are provoked, when you get angry, when you are restless, when you lose peace? Think about that. Prepare. Because all this lecturing, traveling, talking, if it is not translated into meaningful action, it will all be a waste of everyone's time. So use this well, knowing very well that we are here all together to learn from each other. This is just a school of life that we are together. And there is a lesson for everyone to learn. Until we finish our schooling, we cannot transition to the higher realms, to the real realm. We have to continue to live this unreal life. So learn your lessons as early as possible, graduate quickly, learn what is real and discard what is unreal, and be at eternal peace, eternal happiness forever. With these words of blessings and benediction, I conclude my today's program. There is prasadam for everyone. Being a special day, special time, The hosts have put a lot of effort to ensure that everybody is looked after well. It is their love for Swami that they want to serve the devotees. They want to love the devotees this way. Enjoy your dinner, and as you chew your food, digest my food also. Don't go with indigestion. Very happy. What's next?
Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am eternal. I am eternal. Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss. I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss. Ananda Swarupa, Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Ananda Swarupa, Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am love, you are love. I am love, I am love, you are love. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am eternal. eternal. Oh, I'm true, I am peace, divine bliss. I am love, I am love, pure love. ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे वदना शीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पल दीना आश्रित कल्पल दीना आपद बांधवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता गुरुदेव मरि अंतयु नीवे स्वामी मरि अंतयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्र शयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप जय शिव साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंधको मंगल आरती अंधको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की